It's the Jets and the Chiefs under the lights on Sunday night.
The bright lights of Broadway just to the east of us, and we are under the lights as well at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight we've got a... versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Right to the air is Rodgers. And his first look is incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I won't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers to throw once more. His throw incomplete. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Now Rodgers. On the move past the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Rodgers wants to change the look. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster. Incomplete.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. That is caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there, because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down.
Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jets will claim the early lead as they're on the board 1st here tonight. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the final act of the drive was the touchdown catch by Dalvin Cook. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a two-time winner now in Patrick Mahomes.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams. You talk about this Jets defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away their timing.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kadarius Toney with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. A tight one, 8-7 our score after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And a 1st down, Chiefs.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Chiefs at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Oh, design run for their wideout. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll run here with Pacheco. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again. And this time he will score. Touchdown, KC. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
They're going to try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And New York set to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is where close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
That's good for the Jets. 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st down, Rodgers. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. And they'll try a little razzle-dazzle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. A first throw for the backup, Wilson. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. On 3rd down, Wilson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. He's going to go up top again. That's caught at the 25. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So we've come to halftime, and we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Valdez-Scantling in motion left. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Jets will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. In motion right is Wilson. Oh, they'll run it here on the Jets sweep. And running with power here. He's still on his feet. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Left side, Cook. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Dalvin Cook, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets get a bit closer. Rodgers will throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they wait for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
There he goes, right side. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Chiefs.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there. Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2. But it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And New York set to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. Powers through. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Cook up the gut. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On play action, Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That's another Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. On the out route, he finds Hardman. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. Now it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. KC's offense ready to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try for the 1st with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down right around the the 37. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. This is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Rodgers now on 1st down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Now Rodgers setting up the screen for Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now Rodgers going to shift him around. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man here is Conklin. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Finding Hardman here over the middle. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. And wait a minute, did the Jets get it? They did. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On first down, Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30, down to the 25. Now Rodgers has got the hook up here with Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense. Another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
This will be caught just inside the 10. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Chance to scan the field there. It felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mahomes going to throw it here. This ball deep for Tony. And that's caught inside the 30. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, I can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing is Rodgers. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that.